It's the year 1096, and you are a European nobleman. Life is pretty good. You've got a solid kingdom to call your own and plenty of land to keep your knights busy. But then the Pope shows up and tells you that you have a new mission, one that will take you and your knights to the Holy Land. Why would the Pope give you this order? And why would you and thousands of other knights drop everything to go fight in the Middle East? Well, let's talk about that. Thousands of knights traveled to the Holy Land because the Pope said it was their religious duty. See, in 1096, the Pope called on all European Christians to reclaim Jerusalem from Muslim rule. Now, Muslims had seized Jerusalem around 50 years before, which was bad news for European Christians who wanted to visit the Holy Land. But it wasn't a pressing issue for most Europeans. I mean, they had their own kingdoms to worry about. But the Pope didn't see it that way. He wanted to take back the Holy Land, and he thought that God had chosen him to do it. And so he started preaching, calling for volunteers to fight in a holy war to seize Jerusalem. And thousands of European knights, peasants and nobles answered the call. They were called Crusaders, and they believed that God had chosen them to do his work. Now, these men weren't exactly thrilled about giving up their lives in the Holy Land, but they weren't exactly thrilled about giving up their lives back home either. To be honest, life for a medieval European wasn't all that great. There were famines, epidemics, and if you were a peasant, life was especially hard. So when the Pope came along and told them that God wanted them to go to Jerusalem and fight for him, many saw it as an opportunity, a chance to get out of their everyday lives and do something exciting. Plus, there were rumors of great wealth to be gained in the Holy Land. So many people, including some knights, decided to take the Pope up on his offer. Now, the Crusades weren't just about religion or adventure. European leaders also saw it as a chance to gain power and prestige, and those goals weren't mutually exclusive. In fact, they often overlapped. European leaders seized Jerusalem in 1099, but Muslim forces soon took it back. Over the next few centuries, European Christians would take Jerusalem several more times and lose it again. But even though the wars would drag on for centuries, the original goal of reclaiming the Holy Land wouldn't be accomplished until 1291. The Crusades were a complicated series of wars with brutal massacres on all sides, but they also led to cultural exchanges between East and West.